Greetings and welcome to Crone's Corner with Cate. Have you ever had the feeling that parts of yourself are missing? Or perhaps that you're not really living in your body all the time? A few weeks ago I recorded a video called Soul Loss, where I spoke about the many ways that we do lose pieces of our soul and how this happens. It can leave a person feeling disconnected, depressed. It can lead to addictions and physical illnesses. When I was doing counseling, I was introduced to what psychologists call dissociation. And I recognized that that's their word for soul loss. However, what I did also realize is that psychologists do not go farther than that and ask, where do these pieces go and what happens if they don't return? You can do counseling and other therapies for years and years and feel like you just spin your wheels. And what witches and shamans have always understood is that when you're not in your body, nothing is going to help. So, what I'm going to talk about today is what we call soul retrieval. Now, suspend your disbelief for a couple of minutes and think Alice in Wonderland. Alice follows her power animal, the white rabbit, and goes in through a tunnel and finds herself in a magical land where the laws of physics are suspended and we can get bigger and smaller and we can change things that we can't in this third dimensional reality. When I journey for someone, I use the drum and I call my power animals and my spirit guides and I give them what my intent is, which is to journey for my client, the person I'm journeying for their highest good, for whatever they need right now. Now, this person may also have specific issues that they've asked me to check into, which I will do. And then the magic begins. The journey starts, the drum begins, changes our brain waves, puts us into a very deep meditative state. And I find myself traveling with my power animals to other realities. Trust and intent are very important, as I've talked about before. So the intent to find this soul part, I call their name. I'm patient. I'm observant. Because I want to bring back all this information to the client for them to make sense of. It's very sacred work and it is magic. Until you have journeyed, you can't even imagine that we can travel into other realities like a dream, only with more control. So I find soul pieces. This is what witches and shamans do. I find soul pieces in different places that they have been sent. And I talk to them. Sometimes they have power animals with them. I will sometimes have to negotiate. There are many tricks, you might call them, but ways that a shaman or a witch can achieve a soul retrieval. And I bring them back into this reality. And then there is a a discussion with the client about what they saw if they journeyed, what I saw. And the magical part for me is that the pieces that I see do not make sense in a package. It's not a linear story. It's disparate pieces here and there. And as I say, I try to bring them back without interpretation, without my interpretation on them. And I'm always amazed when people will tell me the story. They'll say, oh my God, I know exactly what that was. And then they tell me a story where all these pieces just fit together. It's magic. Then the big question, ding, do you want this soul piece back? I think only once or twice in my experience of the last 25 or 30 years have I experienced a person saying no. We want to be whole. And soul retrieval helps to make us more whole. Sometimes it brings back memories, qualities. You may feel yourself afterwards skipping along like a little 3-year-old might, if that was your soul retrieval. There are endless possibilities, and I can't go into them all. But I want to give you a little bit of an overview of what you might experience if you choose to journey with me. Thanks very much for listening. And if you would like to like this video and follow for my next videos, that would be lovely. I would appreciate that. And if you're interested in soul retrieval, you can contact me at cateinish.com. And we can set up a time for you to do this magical work. Thanks, and see you next week.